Yeah, hi there. These comments are for XXF. I'm using your initials for privacy purposes. And this is Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons. So finally, I have your pronunciation pretest. So I'm going to listen to it now, at least part A, and I will try to give you some comments as we go. All right, you ready?
7. Pot, boat, run, grow, owner, over, father, low.
Okay.
8. Patch, pot, map, mow, tack, talk, and own, mac, moke, 9.
Now this one is ma, not more, but pot, mop, talk, mock. So that second vowel sound in lesson 8, I think you need to work on.
Bright, brown, boy, lie, loud, lawyer, pie, pound, and
probably those diphthongs. I want you to work on pronouncing or elongating that. Bright, brown, broil. So I think you can work on that also. So lesson 9.
get, late, mate.
No, you need to make the first sound longer. Gate, get, late, let, mate, met.
Let, then, 11, meet, pit, lip, sit, hit.
Now your longer sounds you're having trouble with. Meet, mit, peat, pit, leap, lip.
12, look, like, took, tour, cool.
No, that first word is tool and then tough. So you have look, luke, luck, took, tool.
13, match, cheap, sheep, feature, fisher, shaft, cheer. 14, off, have, fine, van, wiper.
The initial V sound there, for example, van, vine, you need to work on that V when it's in the beginning of a word.
15, how, habit, who, rehash, heavier, head, Batman, beaten, important, brightening, handshake, certain.
Okay, now this one in lesson 15, I want you to focus in this lesson on the glottal stop. For example, Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, threatened.
16, major, fraser, legend.
No, I'm having trouble with that one. So fragile, Frazier, legend, lesion.
Engine or drill, large Asia. 17, cake, sink, sack, cam, yam.
Now here's a trick.
Cap, gap, lake.
Okay, now here's a trick. When the G or any voiced consonants at the end of a word, the vowel before is a little bit longer than when a voiceless consonant like the K is at the end of a word, then the vowel is shorter. So then it's a cake, keg, sink, sag, lake, lag. So I don't say those words exactly with the same duration, especially when you have the voiceless or voiced consonants at the end of the word. Notice how came and game are the same because both sounds are ending with an M, which is a voiced consonant. So that's something you want to think about in lesson number 17.
18, lean, real, better, luggage, rugged, under, right, light.
And that's utter.
Committed. 19, pace, base, flap, cap.
Now the same rule applies that I just explained to you in lesson 17. So again, when that P's at the end of the word, the vowel is shorter. When the B's at the end, the vowel sound will be longer. So flap, flab, cap, cab.
Lap, pay, bag. 12, 20, lies, zip, zoo, math,
Zoo,
math, Eliza, 21,
Yeah, I think 20 you want to work on that S and that Z consonant sound. Work on differentiating those two sounds.
Multiple, robot, example, pressure, principle, number, people, philosopher. 12.2, volcanism, written, maximum, question, summer, reason, champion, often.
Okay.
Dip, cart, tight, track.
Again here, the T and the D. Cart, card. Tight, tide. So the rule applies just like lesson 17 and lesson 19. Again, that consonant, that voice to voiceless consonant at the end of the word, it does have an impact on the word itself.
Train, fat, tin, dream. 24, thin, thigh, raise, teeth.
No, thigh, thy.
Teeth, through, though, worth.
Okay, so here, so far here's what we know. The lessons I think you want to focus on the most in the pronunciation area of my course are lesson 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 22, and also lesson number 24. As you go through those lessons, read out loud as you go through those lessons. And if you want to, there's voice recording exercises you can also complete if you want me to listen to them to see whether or not you have mastered those sounds in those lessons. Just remember my one simple rule. Just choose what you want me to listen to because I cannot listen to all your recordings. So my rule is this. Only send 60 seconds of speaking or pronunciation practice every 24 hours. That's my basic rule, and I will try to help you as much as I can within those parameters. All right? Now the next thing is, let's take a look at, you also did, it looks like you're doing some other things with your pretest, right? Okay, I think we're okay here. Okay, here's part B. Okay, got it. I'm going to listen to it right now. Got it. Here we go.
Part B.
Okay, now the reason I like to listen to this is obviously in order to really understand your speaking and pronunciation proficiency, it's not just about reading a bunch of words, but it's also about hearing you speak. Speaking naturally, using grammar, using vocabulary, pausing, hesitating, communicating your ideas, using details, all those things, they become important. So that's what I want to do now, is I'm going to listen to how you responded to these questions, and after that, I'm going to give you what's called an intelligibility score, so you can measure your speaking progress and pronunciation progress from the beginning of when you join my course and when you finish these pronunciation lessons in this course. Okay, let me see. Here we go, right? Give me a quick... Okay, so... Okay, so you're answering 3 specific questions. Okay, here we go. 1.
I am a senior 3 student in Jiangsu, China.
Okay.
2. Last time, the grader of TOEFL IBT said my fluency and pronunciation and so on is not good, so I want to improve them.
Yes, and now you know what you need to do, at least, right? Now you know specific lessons that you can focus on in order to improve your intelligibility. And then when you finish completing these lessons, there's a second pretest I want you to take. This time, when you take the second pretest, I'll pay attention to any problems you might be having with syllable division, grammatical word endings, word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, and also thought groups and blending.
3. Next time, I want to achieve 25 points in speaking section. Part B.
Okay, got it. So 25 points in the speaking section. It's going to take a while, but I think we can do this. So the next thing is, I noticed you weren't very, you didn't use a lot of details when you're answering these questions, so I wish you had spent maybe several minutes answering these. That gives me more information about your speaking and pronunciation of American English. Okay, the intelligibility score you will see in the email that I just sent you. Now, the highest score you can get is 7. The lowest is 1.1. So the question is, what is your intelligibility right now? I'm going to put you at about 3.8 out of 7, intermediate level in your speaking ability. You definitely need to solve some speaking and pronunciation issues. So I'm not sure which study guide you're using, but if you do a lot of language use practice, for example, if you go to some of my reading and listening passages and then you listen to those and take notes and then practice speaking about that information, that can be very helpful for your language use. That's going to help you develop a better fluency in English. All right, so thank you for completing this pronunciation pretest. Now you know specific vowel and consonant sound lessons that you need to review, and you also know what your intelligibility score is right now, so maybe 3.8 out of 7. Your goal when you finish this course is to try to score higher than 5.1 out of 7 on my intelligibility scale. That would almost guarantee, if you can get 5.1 or higher, that'll guarantee that you can score around 26 points on the speaking section of the test. Remember, it takes time. You have to use a lot of English, speak a lot of English, read a lot of English, listen to a lot of English. So right now, because you need such a high speaking score, you want to make sure that you're getting regular contact with the English language. All right, and thank you for completing this pretest.